So first, that tumor. What is tumor? How you define a tumor? Any kind of growth of the cells in our body which is not required. Understand? Means any undesirable growth of the cells in our body, that will consider as the tumor or neoplasm. There are two terms: tumor or neoplasm. Neoplasm is more accurate for the tumor, because sometimes tumor maybe vaguely can be used as a swelling. That swelling may be the inflammatory, that swelling may be the traumatic. Okay, so but that neoplasm is the very right term for the tumor. So neoplasm is more accurate than the tumor. So how this type of this growth develops? The proliferation of the cells without need of the body. Okay, so there is two things. One, abnormal reproduction of the cells, and abnormal differentiations. So now, what is differentiations and what is reproduction? Reproduction means when the cells are produced in our body, that is reproduction. Means one cells produce other cells, other similar type of cells. This is reproduction. Understand? Means one type of the columnar epithelial producing other columnar epithelial. Then this is the reproduction. Then other thing, differentiation means when a cell, every in our body, a body made of the system, different system, the circulatory system, respiratory system, cardiovascular system, and every system made of the particular type of the tissue, muscular tissue, connective tissue, that epithelial tissue, and these tissue have the peculiar type of the cells. Understand? Cells, a similar kind of cells make a tissue, a similar kind of the tissue make a system, and all other different kind of system makes the body. So the differentiation is there, that when a when a type of cells changes his complete character to the another type of the cells completely, then it is called the differentiation. So in that process of developing a neoplasm, two things happens. One thing, that cells are reproduced without need in enormous amount, that produces a growth, a neoplasm. And sometimes what happens, cells differentiate into the another type of cells which are not meant to be there, and that's why that is the development of the neoplasm. Understand? So this is how the tumor is developed. Okay. So next thing, there are the few terms, very important terms, uh, while discussing that neoplasm or tumor. So these terms, every student must to know these terms, because when you see any pathological histopathological report from the any of any kind of the tumor, then you may have these type of terms in that reports. So for the exact uh, to know the exact meaning of that, we just discuss these four terms. These are metaplasia, dystrophy, anaplasia, and teratoma. Okay, so metaplasia is there. There is a change in one, that is what we discussed few minutes ago, when one well differentiated tissue changes into the other well differentiated tissue. Understand? Then it is called metaplasia. Means one kind of tissue has changes its character completely to the another type of the cells. This is the metaplasia, and this is uh, this may responsible for the development of the cancer in somewhere in a body, just like in the squamous metaplasia occurs as a simple columnar epithelium of the gallbladder changes into the squamous epithelium. In our gallbladder, usually there is a simple columnar epithelium, which is normal, which mean to be there, and that is no harm in there. But when it changes characters, the metaplasia happens, and that simple columnar epithelial changes into the squamous epithelium, and then the problem starts because the squamous epithelium is not meant to be there, and that is the precancerous conditions. So that's how that carcinoma in the gallbladder develops, because that squamous epithelium should not be there, and due to the getting irritation, these squamous epithelium start growing and develop the that new plasm in that gallbladder. So understand, this is very important term. There is a metaplasia. One term is also there, that metastasis. Metastasis is the different thing when a tumor or that malignant cells, cancer cells, migrate from one organ and to the going to the other organ and develops their cancer. That condition is called metastasis. Okay, so we will discuss later. First, the metaplasia. You understand? Metaplasia means that different faulty differentiations. One kind of the cells differentiated one kind of well differentiated cells changes into the other kind of the well differentiated cells. This is called metaplasia. Next is the dystrophy. Dystrophy is just when this is usually congenital disorders, when a complete set of the tissue is non-functional, either structure, either functional. Then it is called dystrophy. Just like muscular dystrophy. Muscular dystrophy, it what does it mean by muscular dystrophy? Means when the muscles of somebody is not structural or as well as the functional in a working condition in the end, or not similar as the normal muscles. So that is called dystrophy, when any particular tissue is not working properly structurally as well as the functionally. Mostly this dystrophy happens that congenitals, means since birth. Another term is their dysplasia. The term dysplasia may be used sometime for the abnormal development of the tissue. Means uh, the development required for a particular tissue, a particular type of the system which was required, and that is not there. Abnormal development is there, so that's happened in the that is called dysplasia. Understand? Next, that is very important term, that is anaplasia. We have discussed the differentiations. Okay, but sometime a malignant tumor start growing and growing and growing, and enormous cells are developed there, enormous cells are regenerated there, but these newly growing cells are not having any resemblance to any other type of the cells in our body. Then these cells are called anaplastic cells, and the process is called anaplasia. Means when the collection of the tissue which does not have any resemblance to the any other kind of the tissue, that is anaplasia, and that is also called as poorly differentiated cells or undifferentiated cells. Sometimes you when you see the reports of the histopathological reports of the any biopsy of the any tumor, whatever you have sent to the pathology lab, so after pathology lab you get the reports, and in the that impression you see that physiopathologist says there is the poorly differentiated cells present in the tissue. Poorly differentiated cells means that every cells in our body has its peculiar character, and pathologists can identify that cells. That's columnar epithelial, glandular epithelial, squamous epithelium. Means every kind of tissue. Just talking of epithelium. So every epithelium has the particular characters. But sometimes when the pathologist sees there are the cells, but pathologists cannot identify the type of the cells, which type of epithelium is there. Then pathologist says this tissue is poorly differentiated or undifferentiated. So that's happened in the that's process is anaplasia. Means the cells are growing, but they are undifferentiated. They don't have any resemblance to the any other type of the tissue. That is the anaplasia. Next thing is the teratoma. This is the kind of a tumor. In our body we have some cells called the totipotent cells. In our body is made up of three kind of the germ layers: ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. Okay, and these totipotent cells can be changed its character to any kind of these cells: ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. So when a tumor is developed from the totipotent cells, then it is called teratoma. So for the confirmation of that there is a teratoma, the pathologist must have to identify all the three germinal layers, all the three kind of all the type of the tissue which is developed from these three germ layers must be present in that sample, in that tissue. Only then the pathologist called is teratoma. Usually these totipotent cells are present in our body in some parts, just like the ovary, and there's the testicles. So when that 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 growth is developed from these type of organs, and having all the features of all three germ layers in that part, then it is confirmed that this type of the cancer is called teratoma. Means the tumor developed from the totipotent cells. So you have to understand all these terms to know the character of the cancer, to know the character of that particular which type of pathology has been uh, growing, has been undergoing in there, and while the development of this cancer or these tumors. This may be there, the tumor may be due to the metaplasia, the tumor may be the dystrophy may be there, the anaplasia may be there, or the teratoma may be there. So next, the classifications. So broadly, the tumor is classified on that particular character of the tumor. There is only two types of there: one benign and other malignant. Okay, so these are that means we can say that one is the benign, is the innocent tumor, and malignant is the very violent tumor. Means benign tumor is always less harming. We can't say no harming, because our body has a fixed structure in our body. Means every organ is fixed there. Something is growing extra, that one day or another day is going to give you problem. So benign tumor also have the problem, but these are these the problem developed to benign tumor are very less and not very severe. That's why we can say the innocent tumor. And the malignant, that is always lethal, always risky. So the character is how you differentiate benign tumor and malignant tumor. Usually the benign tumor is always closed in the capsule. when a set of the tissue, set of the cells is always have a covering layer and it is bound inside a capsule. So this tumor is slowly growing and proliferating inside that capsule only and not going outside, then it is called the benign tumors. When any tumor has no capsule, means it is haphazardly arranged cells and it is fast growing. So very fastly it invaded nearby structures, nearby tissues, and later on to the one system to the other system. So that is called the malignant tumor when there is no covering, no capsule, no control. Understand? So the benign tumor usually encapsulated, just like you said lipoma. These are the lipoma is also a type of the cancer that is tumor, but it is always capsulated. The capsule is there. It is so it's slow growing and always limited in a particular space. That's why it's not harming and it's not spreading to the other organs. Uh, but others that malignant tumor, it has no covering, so it's no control. It is fast growing, developing from one organ to other organ, one system to other system, and spreads throughout the body in the later stage. So this is the main and basic criteria and basic difference between two type of tumors, benign tumor and malignant tumors. So these are the that here the some comparison of between benign tumor and malignant tumor. These are some few factor, one by one factor. We'll just say what is the difference. Age. Benign tumor occur at any age. There is no fixed age of that developing the benign tumor, but the malignant tumor had the age. Mostly that very few cases are there. Very few rare type of the cancers are there which can develop in the adults or in children or in the adults. Otherwise, most of the malignant tumors present after the 40 years. Size. Benign tumor usually have a small size, may be larger, but mostly it is small in size. And malignant tumor usually have a big size because it's very fast growing. Next point is the growth. Benign tumor is always slow growing, expansile type of the growth, and progress of the growth is irregular, tend to cease. Means that process of growth sometimes happens, then it stops. It's irregular. But the malignant tumor is rapidly growing. It's continuous growing, and it has the invasion. Means it grows into the nearby organs. It grows into the nearby tissue, and progress relentless till death. Means if it's not controlled, then it will grow up until the death of the patient. Means no cease. Histology. Benign tumor is always well differentiated. Means you can identify the cells, which type of cells are there. Well formed stroma with little tendency of the bleeding and necrosis. Means one particular stroma is there and it has the tendency of the bleeding and the necrosis and cells regular few mitosis. This means that mitosis type of the division is there, but it said it is regulated. It is not unregulated. While on the other hand, the malignant tumor is usually undifferentiated or very poorly differentiated. Sometimes it becomes anaplastic, means no differentiation is there. Only the cells are there. You cannot identify the which type of cells are there. And the stroma is very poorly developed, highly tendency of the bleeding and necrosis, and often numerous mitosis. Mitosis, the division, one cell goes into 2, 2, 4, 4, 4, 8, 8, 16, means that kind of division is called mitosis. So it has very that mitosis are divided. That's why it's very fast growing and rapidly growing tissue. and type tumors. Fixity means wherever the mass is there, so it that benign tumor is always mobile. Very rarely it is fixed to the nearby structure. It is loosely arranged with the nearby organs and not fixed to any organs, while that malignant tumor is always fixed. It's most of the cases it fixed, it adhere to the particular nearby structures and start and growing. That's why it easily it get invaded inside the other tissue because it is fixed. Surrounding structures benign, not involved, but in the malignant, involving in the surrounding structures. In the later on, they it disturb their function and their structures also. Metastasis means when that metastasis means that that tumor cells are growing, that moving from one side to the other side of the body and is developing the tumor on the other part. So but this metastasis is not present in the benign tumor never shows metastasis, while the malignant tumor are most frequently showing the metastasis. Cause of death: benign tumor usually not fatal, so death may not occur due to that. Death may not occur, but that what the benign tumor is caused only the mechanical pressure due to their sizes. No other deformity or no other complications is there for the benign tumor. Yes, if there is any mass is growing in our body, so definitely that mass is taking nutrition from our body. But that benign tumor are usually why say harmless, because these are not fatal, because they are not that hampering uh, the structure or function of the nearby organs by correct changing their characters. Only the problem is there only because our body every structure is this, no free space is there. So that's why when the any mass is growing, any tumor is growing, so it must have some mechanical pressure in the nearby structures. No other complication is there. While the malignant tumor, it has that combination of the mechanical as well as the destructive effects. Later on, the secondary infections, starvations, blood loss, these all things can be present as a cause of death in the patient who has any malignant tumor. Means the pressure is there due to the size, and because it's very fast growing invading, so it's invade in the nearby structures and destroy their normal structures, so destroy the normal functions. And because these cells are very fastly growing, the cells are immature, so that they these that part is most liable to have the get infections, any secondary infections. Or because it's very fast growing, it needs so much nutrition, so other body organs, other body parts goes into the starvation because all the nutrition is consumed by only that particular tumors. That's why only if the person of the malignant tumor has, so most of the patient is looks cachexic. Cachexic means that starved the patient, lean and thin, because whole the nutrition is taken by the only the tumor. Other body parts get starved. That's why the muscular dystrophy is there, that weakening is there, patient losing weight. That's a very characteristic features of any patient who have the malignant tumor, that is the weight loss, because the all the body tissue is going to starve, only that nutrition is taken up by the that particular tumor only. Next, that classification of the malignant cancers. So these malignant cancers are of four types. One by one we discuss these characters. First is the carcinoma in situ. Carcinoma in situ means there that is the malignant. if there is a malignant, so there must be metastasis, there must be invasion. But these type of the that malignant tumor usually limited in particular structure. That's why I called carcinoma in situ. Means this, suppose that in the breast cancer, the ductal carcinoma is there. Means that duct, which is the duct which is present in the breast tissue for that channel of that milk. So this duct, when the cells of the duct become that malignant changes in happens in that ductal cells, so the ductal carcinoma develops. So it is growing in size, but still it remain inside the duct only. It can spread to the nearby structures only through the ductal system only. It never cross the limit of the duct. That's why it is called carcinoma in situ. Means the carcinoma always, it is malignant, it may be metastatic, it may be the invading, but it always present in that particular structure only. It never cross the limit of that structure. That's why called carcinoma in situ. Locally, next is locally malignant tumor. Locally malignant tumor is that tumor which is growing only the nearby structures. Means uh, just just invade in the nearer part, just like in it is present in the duct, it growing out of the duct and come to the normal tissue, but it always limited to the breast tissue only. Then it is called locally malignant tumor. Means that the tumor is invading but present in that nearby structures only. The distant metastasis is not there. Suppose the tumor is present in the testicle and remain in the testicle, then it is called local malignant. If it is metastatic, then what happened, the tumor from the testis uh, may travel to the liver and may go to the supraclavicular lymph node. Then it is metastatic tumor, it is not local malignant. Okay. Next is the dormant cancer. Dormant cancer means when the cancer is present in the particular tissue, when the cancer is present in that particular tissue and remain for the longer time and very slow growing. So and and after few years or few months, few time, when it get triggered by any changes, any trauma or any pathological or any physiological change in body, triggered by this any factor, and then very aggressively start growing. They think it is called dormant cancer. Means it can present in the body, but for the very long time it remains silent. But suddenly when it aggravate, when it get irritated by the surgery, or it get irritated by any physiological changes in our body, just like in any woman, if you get that women get and the pregnancy, so during the pregnancy there is so much hormonal changes there, so that pregnancy can aggravate that dormant cancer and it start growing very fastly, very aggressively. So that kind of the tumor are called dormant cancers. Next is the latent cancer. Latent cancer means the cancer is present in the body for very long time, very long time, that remains silent, and very few cases they show metastasis. They are malignant, but they remain very long time in that the body and does not show complications, but shows complication in very few cases and remain very long time for the in the latent period. That's called latent cancer. The most accurate example for that latent cancer is that cancer of the prostate. In the study, it was shown that all the males all the males after the year of 80 to 90 years, every person get that prostatic cancers, but very few cases uh, below 80 years, very few cases have metastasis, and that involve that nearby structure to, that urinary bladder or that other body organs. It remains in the prostatic only that little enlargement in the prostatic tissue, and that but the cancer is remain inside the platelet cancer. One one scientist have that research that uh, the person after the 100 years, after the death, when the postmortem was done, and it was says that after the 100 year of the age, 100% of the male has developed that prostatic carcinoma, but in their life they don't have any kind of the features. Understand? Means that the malignancy is there, but the tumor is remain inside the in that particular organ and not going anywhere, and showing no sign of the metastasis. So here we had discussed the classification of the malignant cancers. So the time is up now. So we have to stop the lecture here now, and we will continue the next lecture, that classification of the different type of the cancers.